This is Matador News, and these are today's headlines. CSUN students react to the possible faculty strike. In Washington, 2 men officials describe as dangerous escape from a psychiatric hospital. And grab your brooms and wands. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios is open today.
Hello and welcome to Matador News. I'm Stephanie Rivera.
And I'm Julie Nesbitt. One of the 2 men who escaped from a psychiatric hospital in Lakewood, Washington, has been caught. Authorities described 28-year-old Anthony Garver and 58-year-old Mark Alexander Adams, now back in custody, as dangerous. Adams had been arrested for second-degree assault and domestic violence in 2014. Garver was arrested in 2013 for several warrants and the murder of a 20-year-old woman. Neither was found competent to stand trial. They were instead admitted to the psychiatric hospital. Police say it is suspected that the men escaped through a loose window. Adams was picked up about 20 minutes away in Des Moines, Washington.
Now we go to the newsroom with Matador News reporter Arianna Takis with an update on the CSUN strike.
CSU faculty members are unsure if the strike will still happen, as negotiations with the chancellor are continuing. Faculty members were told by the California Faculty Association yesterday that they will know whether the strike will take place by tomorrow afternoon. Some CSUN students say they support this faculty.
I'm completely for the strike. I think that teachers deserve a lot more money than they're getting because they work full-time and then they also go home and grade papers, answer emails all day, help students outside of class. Their work doesn't just end when they go home.
If the teachers are having an issue with their pay, that they should have their voice heard about it.
I think it's a great thing for our professors. They deserve equal pay for what they work for.
It does benefit the faculty. I feel like they should all participate.
Many classes could be canceled and students would have to cross the picket lines. If the strike does take place, it will happen on April 13th through 15th and the 18th and 19th. CFA and faculty have agreed to hold off their preparations during this 48-hour blackout period. The faculty has asked for a 5% salary raise, but the CSU is only offering them 2.5%. Now let's go back to Julie in the newsroom.
More than 300 people have been captured by ISIS. Militants at a cement factory in Syria. The Syrian Arab news agency says the Al Bidayah Cement Company reported the workers were seized from the factory northeast of Damascus. Local officials told the news agency witnesses saw around 125 abducted workers being loaded onto buses. It is suspected that they are headed toward areas completely under ISIS control. Experts say ISIS may be suffering setbacks from military actions elsewhere in Syria and are retaliating against civilians. The company has not been in contact with any of its workers or contractors since Thursday afternoon.
Armenia and Azerbaijan have been through a week of intense fighting for Nagorno-Karabakh, a region between their borders. A new ceasefire agreement was made by the country's leaders yesterday, but Azerbaijan claims Armenia has already broken it 115 times. It's a sticky situation within the countries. Initially, both were accusing each of breaking the 1994 ceasefire agreement. Since 2014, these clashes have taken place continuously.
A flash flood in northwest Pakistan has killed at least 47 people and left 37 others injured. Some 140 houses are damaged because of the rain and flooding in Peshawar. The government is sending relief packages to help the people affected across the province. The relatives of those killed are also receiving $3,000. Owners of destroyed homes will receive $1,000, and those who are injured will receive $500.
California elections officials are expected to surge turnout for the June 7th presidential primary. Within the last 3 months, more than 600,000 Californians have registered to vote online. Secretary of State Alex Padilla is expecting the county elections agency to face increased costs, including printing more ballots and additional staffing. Recent polls show Bernie Sanders topped Hillary Clinton in Wisconsin on Tuesday because voters there said they thought he was more honest and trustworthy. On the Republican side, Donald Trump continues to be front-runner, but faces competition with Ted Cruz for the nomination, which may not be decided into the National Convention in Cleveland in July. You can still register to vote online at the State Register website by May 23rd.
Now let's toss it back to Alicia Dieguez with the latest on sports.
The Los Angeles Dodgers is now the first team since the 1963 St. Louis Cardinals to post 3 consecutive shutouts to open the season. The Dodgers shut out the San Diego Padres with 27 straight shutout innings on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On Monday, Clayton Kershaw gave up 1 hit over 7 innings opening day. On Tuesday, Scott Kazmir made his National League debut, giving up 1 hit over 6 innings. On Wednesday, Kenta Maeda took his mound in his Major League debut with 5 hits over 6 more scoreless innings, and he hit the first home run of the season. Yasiel Puig followed with another homer and later in Wednesday's game. Puig went 6 for 10 in 3 games against the Padres. The Dodgers are playing today at AT&T Park against the San Francisco Giants. The Masters, the most popular golf tournament in the world, tees off today at Augusta National Golf Club in Georgia. Favorites heading into the tournament are Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, Rory McIlroy, and Bubba Watson. World number 2 Jordan Spieth is looking to be the first to win consecutive Masters since Tiger Woods in 2001-2002. Through the 15 holes, Spieth is in the lead at 5 under. ESPN will have coverage for the first 2 rounds at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now let's go to Matador News reporter Celene Zavala in the newsroom covering students' reaction to Kobe's retirement.
Kobe Bryant is one of the most popular players in the NBA. Back in November, Kobe announced he was retiring after 20 years from the Los Angeles Lakers. CSUN students say they have many memories of the longtime LA legend.
When he scored 81 points.
When he dunked on Dwight Howard.
When he beat the Celtics in 2010.
He scored 81 points.
Getting around with the kids for a little bit before the game. It was right before the game, and he was just so awesome.
Game 4 against the Phoenix Suns, and he hit a game-winning shot.
Game that he dropped 81 points.
When he hurt his Achilles, walked off the court by himself, and then came back, hit 2 free throws like nothing ever happened.
Kobe has stayed with the Los Angeles Lakers throughout his entire professional career. Fans' emotions are high anticipating this last game.
If he retired, I think we will say, Phil lost something.
One of the best players in the NBA, and it's just really sad to see him go.
I guess just sad because he's a really good player.
It's time for him to sit down.
I love Kobe, and he'll be really missed.
Might cry, honestly, watching that last game.
Kobe's last game will be April 13th against the Utah Jazz. One thing for sure is that the Black Mamba will go down in Los Angeles history. Now let's go to Grecia Lopez with the latest in business.
Tesla Motors has received 325,000 orders for its lower-priced Model 3 electric car. These lower-priced vehicles start at $35,000 and have a range of 215 miles per charge. Customers are asked to put down $1,000 in order to reserve their vehicles. Industry insiders are questioning how Tesla can expect to deliver these orders in a timely manner. However, the deposits are refundable. Tesla officials say the figure represents $14 billion in future sales. The FBI says it purchased a tool from a private party to unlock the iPhone used by one of the San Bernardino shooters. FBI Director James Comey says a litigation between the government and Apple over the phone has ended.
We work very, very hard in the FBI to track those who might be moving to violence on ISIL's behalf, but sometimes it's like searching for a needle in a haystack.
The hack currently works on the iPhone 5C and older Apple smartphones, but Comey says the tool will not work on newer iPhone models. Government officials are considering whether to tell Apple how the hack was pulled off. Now let's go to Alicia with the latest in health.
Thank you, Grecia. British researchers are proposing exercise labels on food packages. Like Americans, the British are struggling with obesity and the diseases that come with it. Chief Executive of the Royal Society for Public Health, Shirley Kramer, says food labels are capable of much more than ingredient information and calorie count. These proposed labels would include pictures followed by recommended exercises. For example, you would have to run for at least 1 hour and 22 minutes to burn off a large pizza. Currently, the idea is only in the discussion phase. Obesity has become a worldwide problem. Diabetes cases have quadrupled in just over 3 decades. According to the World Health Organization, the number of people living with this potentially fatal disease is more than 400 million. The organization says governments spend more than $800 billion annually in patient care and medicine. Poor eating habits, little to no exercise, depression, and being overweight may cause diabetes. The number of diabetic adults worldwide is expected to surpass 700 million by 2025. Now let's go back to Grecia with the latest in entertainment.
Muggles are rushing to the wizarding world of Harry Potter today at Universal Studios for its grand opening. The much-anticipated attraction debuts a recreation of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. In Hogsmeade Village, guests can purchase their wands, owls, wizard cloaks, and enjoy refreshing butterbeer. Thousands are expected to attend the theme park this opening weekend. If you plan to head over to the Wizarding World, check your traffic updates. Tickets for today are sold out, but admission tickets are available online starting at $95. American Idol ends its 14-year run tonight with its Idol finale. The phenomenon caps its 15th season, saying goodbye with the last 2 Idol contestants ever. Fox has planned a blowout finale that includes performances from judges Keith Urban, Harry Connick, and Jennifer Lopez. Previous American Idol winners Carrie Underwood and Fantasia Barrino are scheduled to make guest appearances. Last year's season finale drew almost 8 million viewers. The finale airs tonight at 8 o'clock on Fox. You can join the talk on Twitter with the hashtag #IdolFinale. That's all for entertainment. Now back to Julie for more news on the weather.
Today's weather in Los Angeles is much gloomier than previous days, with highs in the 70s and lows in the 60s. There's also an 86% chance of rain tonight. This might affect traffic, making it a difficult commute for LA drivers. You can expect winds through the weekend, and it may be cloudy.
Rain won't be the only thing causing traffic in LA this weekend. President Obama is coming to Los Angeles today. His visit is expected to cause another traffic jam, this time in the Westwood, West LA, and Bel Air areas. Some of his visits have caused traffic delays for hours. In 2014, drivers complained on Twitter about having to wait multiple hours in traffic by using the hashtag ObamaJam. President Obama will be attending 2 fundraisers on the West Side before leaving for San Francisco on Friday. GOP President candidate Donald Trump will also arrive in LA for a speech this Friday. Thank you for tuning in into Matador News. I'm Stephanie Rivera.
I'm Julie Nesbitt.
I'm Alicia Dieguez.
And I'm Grecia Lopez.